Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Stecky, and this PowerPoint presentation is for my IDS-403 class at Southern New Hampshire University. And today, we'll be talking about the evolution of technology, what it is, where it's going, and how it affects our everyday lives and society. In addition, we'll also be discussing how the evolution of technology is affecting jobs in the manufacturing industry, who specifically it's affecting, and what we can do and recommend to make this issue better. So for the table of contents in this PowerPoint, we're going to start with an introduction. We'll be talking about social practices, technology influences inside and outside of the business world. We'll also talk about the issue at hand here, who it's affecting, what's the impact, and we'll also talk about a plan and make some recommendations on what we can do to make this specific issue better. So how has social practices shaped technology and vice versa? Well, it's changed the way people communicate and operate in their daily lives in today's modern age. In decades past, your normal day might consist of waking up from a buzzing alarm clock, reading the newspaper, driving and listening to a cassette tape on your way to work. Once you get to work, then maybe you review some papers in your inbox, and etc. However, in today's modern age, everything runs in a more technological fashion. You may wake up with your favorite song playing on your phone, you'll check the news on your tablet, maybe check your Facebook page on your iPhone, and catch up on some work emails before you even get out of bed. You drive in the car on your way to work and you stream music wirelessly from your phone. You can speak and demand any song you want to hear without having to fiddle through your CDs. And then once you get to work, you start reviewing your hundreds of emails in your Outlook inbox and start filing them away in your digital folders. And these are just some of the very many examples of how technology has changed our social practices in our personal life and in work life. Technology influences social change by also persuading people to join social media, whether that's Facebook or LinkedIn, to have them basically learn new technologies, not because they want to, it's really because they have to. Technology is now in the job market, it's in the school environment, it's everywhere. And it's definitely convenient, but it needs to, of course, be learned by the person using it. In my area of study, which is business administration, technology has played a huge role within companies and modernization of companies. Over the years, businesses went from communicating via paper to now having all business tools at your fingertips and at your desk. And this includes from new software to automated manufacturing, and technology has really just helped the business world come a long way. Outside of the business world, technology has taken over lives in both positive and negative aspects. People now have the ability to constantly communicate with each other, whether that be texting, FaceTime, anything. They can shop from the palm of their hands via a smartphone or tablet, and also share opinions on websites that are guaranteed to attract a large audience. And all of these are conveniences. It seems that human interaction in past generations is beginning to fade away. What does that mean? So we're texting more, we're not really calling, we're not really meeting up in person and having a little conversation over coffee. Everything's via email now. Technology is really taking away the face-to-face interaction. So what exactly is the issue here? With so many convenient and exciting technologies, what could possibly go wrong, right? Well, the biggest thing is the elimination of jobs. As you can see from the chart below, these are the top 10 endangered careers by 2022. You can see mail carrier being the top one here. You don't see manufacturing on this list because it's already happening now. We don't need 2022 to tell us that this job is going to be increasingly taken away because of technology. It's already happening now and it's hitting peaks now. So the issue here is basically that technology is replacing jobs that were once done manually by a human worker. And that specifically is taking place again in the manufacturing industry. Companies are investing millions and millions of dollars every day to discover new technologies and machines to replace jobs that are currently being completed by manual workers. This issue impacts workers of all company backgrounds. However, manufacturing companies, of course, are the largest hit. Between 2000 and 2010, about 5.6 million manufacturing jobs were lost in the United States alone. It's important to know that a lot of these workers are blue-collar workers, and they rely on this money to support their family and loved ones. And that can have a devastating effect on their personal lives. The chart that you see here is basically showing the overall job growth in the US by decade. As you can see, it's greatly reduced from 1940s to 2000s. We're pretty much steady now. There's really no more job growth. And then on the left-hand side, you can see in 1980, manufacturing employment was about 22%, and by 2011, it's now 10%, and even lower now. So why would companies do this? Why would they want to get rid of great workers and replace them with technology? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's to save money. Reduction in salary, reduction in health benefits costs. They don't need to pay disability. They don't need to pay daily costs to have them at the company, and taxes, etc. Everything's savings. So the affected target population that this is really hitting hard, again, is manufacturing. Banking and many, many more, of course, are included, but we're going to focus on manufacturing for the purpose of this PowerPoint. And again, as we already discussed, the most amount of jobs have been lost in 2000 to 2010, mainly affecting the primarily blue-collar workers. So this is really an issue above, of course, losing a job. They're, of course, going to lose their income, as we discussed. They're going to lose their benefits. This leaves no health benefits for their family. And it's just a continuous growing issue that we don't really have an end in sight. People are continuing to lose their jobs. Of course, a positive spin on this is that new technology also means new jobs to maintain and monitor this technology that's coming out within the manufacturing world. But of course, the amount of jobs this creates doesn't really cover everyone else who's lost their job. It's much more limited. So what exactly should we do about this? How can we minimize the effects of job loss due to technology? What kind of recommendations can we propose? Well, a recommendation that could be discussed to prevent this growing issue is the exploration of alternative jobs within the same field that cannot be replaced by technology. So, of course, we were saying we need someone to maintain this technology, so that's going to create some jobs. But then I think also we need to create more jobs within human resources, the safety team, the quality assurance team, basically just creating more opportunity for people that are losing their jobs. Maybe they're manually creating a product now, but then there'll be a place for them somewhere else within the company. So the plan here is basically that, again, this is what we're going to do to replace the jobs that are lost, but also how are we going to incentivize companies to want to actually make these jobs and not just lay people off? Well, I think, of course, within our economy, we should provide tax breaks for companies that don't replace humans with technology. That's a great start, and it will really incentivize companies to not so quickly run and grab technology and get rid of their workers to save money. This is I think, a really, really big one that the government should propose and definitely look into. How would we implement this, and how would we pretty much propose it? Well, we would create a plan showing who's affected by new technology, specifically what departments, which workers, what types of workers, and then recommend the new jobs that could be created to work with and maintain the new technology, as well as the additional departments that should have more opportunity created as well. And then we should review career growth and opportunities in other fields and departments with employees. So let's say they lose their job within a company and there's no other home for them within the company. Well, let's look at their opportunities within other fields. Maybe there are other departments within the company, but perhaps maybe they don't want to work in manufacturing anymore. Maybe they just want to go into a whole other industry. There should be a plan to have jobs to just recommend off the bat when laying off a great worker at a company. So if we propose all these things, what are the benefits? Well, there'll be less workers being laid off, which is great. It will create a more positive work environment, and it will definitely lower the unemployment numbers within the industry and all around. And of course, a stronger economy. So if less people are losing jobs, our unemployment numbers stay down, this will definitely support our economy in positive ways. So again, this is the issue at hand here, how technology is kind of going into our world, whether it's the business world, personal world. And at the end of the day, technology is a great tool, but of course, we do have to be diligent and stay aware that technology is taking away jobs of people who definitely need their income. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you take this plan and recommendation seriously, and I hope we can work together to hopefully create less job loss. Is there any questions, suggestions, or comments? Thank you so much, and have a great day.